Hello and welcome to the channel. It is a new day and we are watching a new episode. Today we're watching episode 14 of Vinland Saga, and after watching last episode I kept thinking about what is going to happen next. So I'm curious about what is going to happen in this episode. Without further ado, let's start watching. There's not a market substitute. Please make sure to support the official sources. Oh, the prince died? What? Look at those scars on his body. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
では、未だトルケルン軍に囲われておるのではないか。は、ですが、その後2日間、殿下とおぼしき姿は敵軍中に認められずとのことです。
Mm-hmm.
生き延びて救助を待っておるやもしれんが、助けを送るとしても、春まで待たねばならん。
Yeah, it's distance, right? Because of the weather also. It's bothering me that he's sitting sideways on the bed. Oh, I like that. I don't know what you call that. Is it that instrument? Nice. Mm-hmm. Orkel. After Yule. Yes, singing. Gloucester Earldom of Mercia. I'm assuming that's how you say it, because one time I was talking to someone about Leicester, and if you look at the way it's written, right, it's written like it's called Leicestershire or like Leicestershire or something, but it's not. It's Leicestershire, right? You just ignore the letters between the first syllable and the ester. So it's just, in this case it would be Gloucester, I think. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure. I'm just borrowing from my knowledge from before, like it's Leicester, for example. Mm-hmm. Close your mouth. Close your mouth, please. Exactly. Oh? You're just ignoring him. Mm-hmm.
あんたがみこしの担ぎ手ならちょっとした勢力になりそうだな。
Mm-hmm.
だろう。おい、そこのイングランド娘。はい。ビール、樽で持ってきて。
Mm-hmm.
すいません。ビール樽で追加です。またならず者どもめ、この町を食いつかす気だ。これじゃ略奪と大差ないっすよ。どうせ王子取られんだったらイングランド軍にくれてやってもよかったな。
Mm-hmm.
何よ。困った人だな。
Yeah.
戦争が下火になると、そうやってまた火種を探す。
Yeah.
この野郎。俺たちは。
It's so humid, man. It's just been so humid since a few weeks ago. So if you see me wiping, it's just because I just feel like sweat on my face, and I don't like anything being on my face. I don't know how to explain it. Is it humid where you are? I mean, it's just annoying.
がよ、それに関しちゃちと悪い噂を聞いたぜ。
Mm-hmm.
今度ウェセックスの賢人会議でな、スベン王がブレトワルダとして認められるそうだ。
はあ
That's
そ
bad
れで
news.
最後の
Why?
報告じゃん
Yeah.
だな、デンマークがイングランドを飲み込むんだ。貴族どもは王権を
Mm-hmm.
捨ててでも戦争を終わらせたいらしい。
Yeah, because the longer the war goes on, the more resources you're spending, the more money is spent, the more people are lost, the more importantly, more resources are lost, more assets are lost, more towns are burned, more. So it's just you're losing in every way possible, right? For there is a saying, then goes, there are no winners in war, right? You don't. A war is like the last resort you take when that is the only thing you can do to ensure your survival, right? Because it comes at a huge cost in more than one way.
悪い予感ってのはどうしてこう当たるのか。
どうする？玉砕覚悟でスベン王軍に勝ち込むかい？
Mm-hmm.
俺は喧嘩は大好きだが負けるのは大嫌いだ。
I mean,
やるな
isn't that everyone?
勝ちに行く。
That is part of Art of War, no? The book by Sun Tzu. Start a war only after knowing you will win. Because what's the point of starting a war if you're not gonna win?
つまんねえな。世界中がずーっと喧嘩してたらいいのにな。
I mean, just wait a few decades or centuries. I don't know.
伝令だ！漁師様はおられるか？
え異常はねえか耳よ。
終わりだ、クソ寒いぜ。雪が音を吸うんだ。さす
On the battlefield of Mercia, Ashlat's army controlled Farm Village. Or the village we saw in the last episode, yeah.
見張りをばらまくよりはマシだ。ここにいることを宣伝しねえで済む。
Mm-hmm.
なら、あいつらをなんとかしろよ。どっから見ても農民には見えねえぞ。
Yeah.
修道士たちか。そっちも見張っとけ。
許したまえ。だとよ。あいつらなんかあるたびに許しをこわにゃな。
And if you look at it from the other way, right? Asking forgiveness for having gone into a fight is kind of blasphemous to Vikings, because for Vikings, battle is part of their culture. Winning is part of their culture. Dying in battle is part of their culture, because only by dying with honor can they go to Valhalla.
なんねえのかめんどくせえ。
意図高き方、天にいます我らの父よ。ここに眠る村人たちの魂をどうか身元にお召しください。この者たちを愛むし者たちの魂をお救いください。私どもの罪をお許しください。
Thorfinn, finally. Thorfinn wasn't even in the last episode.
ために祈ってる場合かよ、てめえら。
父よ、私の声はあなたの耳に届いているのでしょうか？我らの父よ、あなた
Mhm.
はあなたの姿に似せて私たちをお作りになった。でもその力を分けてはくださらなかった。父よ、あなたが良き者も悪しき者も等しく愛されるというのなら、何のために無力な私たちを試されるのですか？
A question as old as time.
私の声はあなたの耳に届いているのでしょうか？我らの父よ、私はあなたの愛を疑っています。
やめよ。父を疑うだと。
Mm-hmm. He is doubting. Why can't he doubt? Why can't you doubt and question? Right? When you doubt and question, and those questions are answered, is when belief is formed.
またそれでもキリスト教徒か。恐れを知るがいい。
That I don't know personally about it because I haven't read any of the scriptures, obviously. So I'm just talking about it from the information I have through these, I guess, right? From what I know, a lot of the Old Testament is about fearing God, whereas a lot of the New Testament is about loving God. So you kind of can see that discussion happening between the two versions, you could say.
我らが父の愛を疑うことなどあってはならぬ。
There's also a saying that humans are not God loving people, they are God fearing people.
我が子を愛おしく思わぬ父親などいない。
殿下
So he's projecting, I feel like, because I'm assuming
な
the king has been neglecting him because the king talked about his brother who seems to be more talented. So he seems to see that neglect as a lack of love, and that is difficult to comprehend, right, as a child. So if you conflate that emotion with God, if you doubt or question the love of God, you're questioning the love of Father, right? So that string might seem insensible, but that string of reason is what is keeping him together in this moment.
お待ちを
And you will see that a lot of people, right? A lot of people might seem fine on the surface, but they have one string of reason that is holding them together. And once that single string breaks, everything falls apart. Could be their father, their mother, their family, the significant other, their work, even workaholic. What is workaholic? What are workaholics? Workaholics are people who find reason and purpose in their work. They throw themselves into work as to not think about the emotions and things happening in their surroundings, you know.
天神の舞台マジかはあ伝令ではそのように
Mm-hmm.
セバーン川上流の小村を占領しているらし
They're
い
like, please leave.
地元領主から援軍の要請が来ておりまして
Please leave this place.
村民の話によると敵兵はおおよそ100から200すでに
Oh, she's the girl.
の兵が向かっているそうですがここは不明とどろくトルケル閣下にもぜひ
Mm-hmm.
どうもどうもこうもこの季節その位置に単独行動の電人部隊などそういくつもねえだろうよ
Mm-hmm.
パイロと見せかけて陸路でゲインズ払い雪に振り込められて休息中ってとこが
Mm-hmm.
十中八九は
トルフィンとクヌートだ
Mm-hmm.
よーし全員を
One witness that got away.
それとおいあんた弁当の用意頼むぜ500人前を5日分でいいやよしよし面白いぞこの喧嘩うまく
Watching him stretch makes me want to stretch.
楽しめるかもな
The episode is going by faster than the last one. They are here.
何人だ耳
さあな50か100か林伝いに東へ包囲線を伸ばして
Okay, I'll pause later.
嗅ぎつけら
I
れ
don't really want to pause on them peeing right now.
どっかでへましたか
So you might think that how can you even hear so far, right? One thing he has good hearing, yes, but also you have to remember this is medieval times, right? In medieval times, there isn't any noise pollution, right? Yeah, and if you are in open fields like that, there isn't much obstructing the sound from traveling. So back in the day, that is something that would be possible. A different way to look at it is the night sky, right? I've talked about this in previous episode that The night sky is only visible in like remote areas when there is no light around, because we as a modern civilization have installed so many lighting instruments. For example, this light here, right? So there is so much light pollution, you could say, that you can barely see any stars at night. Whereas if you go on a hike somewhere or you are in a remote area, you can clearly see the sky. So same thing, that when comparatively everything else is silent, you can hear smallness of things at a great distance.
どうだかな。
And when like 50 to 100 to 200 people are moving together and they have like a lot of things with them and they're shouting, they're talking, it is easily audible.
とにかく見つかったもんはしょうがねえ。
出発無理だぜ今夜なんて。そ
Mm-hmm.
れがまだ2台しかできてねえ。
Mm-hmm.
もう3台目にかかったとこだ。
And the prince and the important people have to go.
ご苦労さん。なら夜までに仕上げろ。間に合わねえ荷車は捨てる。
Mm-hmm.
無理だっつうの。大工は2人しかいねえんだ。
イングランドにここがバレた。
え、バレた？
Mm-hmm.
おうよ。この雪かき分けてきやがった。よっぽど電エンジンが憎いと見える。
そんな。
Mm-hmm.
急がねえと脱出の機会を失う。分かったらちゃちゃっとやれ。
わかった。
That's what happens when you do lazy patrolling. Should have found the witness.
ベルン、ゴロスキどもに応戦の体制を取らせろ。指揮官は捉えるぞ。なんでバレたか知りてえ。
Mm-hmm.
了解。
あっと待て、ビョルン。もう一つ。いい機会だ。ついでにあれ、やるぞ。
What are they doing?
バレた。
ちょっとやばいんじゃねえか。
平気だろう。イングランドの兵隊は弱えからな。
いや、そうでなくて。
Mm-hmm.
シェラットの月の話さ。
Mm-hmm.
月？
ドカ雪に続いてこれだ。あいつの計画が立て続けに狂うなんて初めてだぜ。
Mm-hmm.
おお、うまそうなウサギだな。お前が取ったのか、トル
うん
フィン。
ああ、
一人で食うのか、焼くのか、それ。
だったらな
Mm.
んだ。
What? Shut up, bro.
肉だけの飯は良くないぞ。野菜と一緒に煮込め。そのウサギはスープにしてやろ
You wanna eat it too? That's it.
俺の飯を。
Yeah, shut up and mind your business.
う。どうせどこかでかまどを借りるんじゃろ。ほれ、おい。
He's gonna wanna eat it, right?
でんか。そら豆とキャベツとウサギです。
Yeah, see?
ウサギ？
はい。トルフィンが捕まえました。
I see.
スープに加えたらいかがかと。
ご苦労。血を抜いて内臓を洗っておけ。
I mean, he gets to have a full meal, I guess.
粗末な食材の割にはなかなか。
ウサギのおかげだ。塩漬け肉には空いていた。
Mm-hmm.
こう言うぞ。どうした？遠慮するな。そなたのウサギだ。
Reminds him of home? Question mark?
うまかろうが。次は鹿でも。
Shut up, egghead.
貴族ってのは食うばかりだと思ってたぜ。
Mm-hmm.
趣味だ。普段は作らぬし、ラグナルの他は誰も知らぬ。そなたも口外してはならぬぞ。別に悪かねえだろ。
Mm-hmm.
昔にタラの料理を作った時な。良い出来だったので、父王陛下に持って行ったことがある。
Yeah, see, I told you. There's some father situation there.
だが陛下は召し上がるどころか激しくお怒りになった。王の子が卑しき奴隷の真似事をするなと。以来僕は料理などせぬことになっている。王の子にはこんな技など必要ないのだ。
It's complicated, right? So there are a lot of things to consider. That yes, the king is an awful parent, right? You cannot do that to a child, obviously. But there are also like optics to consider, right? Imagine the servants in the royal castle see the prince cooking and doing like chores and stuff, and they talk about it, right? How the king seemingly lets his son, the royal prince, do chores in the castle, do things that other maids and servants do, and so those rumors spread, right? And eventually those things snowball into difference in and political and social uh, weightage, right? Not weightage, but like your political and social image. So if let's say the king was talking about his brother, right? Let's say both are equally competent, both have the equal ability, but this prince wants to cook. So that has somehow become a negative point for him, because people see him as unbefitting of royalty, because people have this holier than thou uh, image of royalty. Royalty is put on a pedestal. Royalty is supposed to behave like royalty, right? For modern example, you can look at celebrities, right? Movie celebrities, for example. A celebrity cannot do, the bigger they are, the more risk averse they are. They cannot do experimental movies once they grow big, with the exception of two celebrities, right? They have a specific image they need to uphold. For example, Tom Cruise has an image, right? Let's imagine Tom Cruise, who does like Mission Impossible action movies, etc., etc. Imagine he does like a rom com right now, or something else. Like let's take horror, right? He did a horror movie. It was The Mummy. What happened to The Mummy? It bombed at the box office, right? So they have their image to uphold. When they don't uphold that image, things don't go well. So this is me just bringing up a reasoning as to why a king would deny it, but the way he did it is obviously not ideal, right? You could have them do it in secret, have a secret kitchen built in their chambers or something, or have them go on a vacation somewhere where they can be away from the public eye, have a few trusted servants where they can do whatever they want, right? That is no way to respond to your child, obviously. I'm just trying to explore the reasoning behind why you as a king wouldn't want your prince to be doing such things.
あの頃は王陛下もお忙しかったのでしょう。
Mhm.
戦が終わったら鶏料理でも作ってお持ちしましょう。きっと喜んでくださいます。
First of all, get rid of this egghead. He's doing you no good.
何鳥だ。鳥はまだ作ったことがないな。
鶏でもカモでも、以前に夜で食べたカモを覚えておられますか？
ああ、あれはうまかったな。
後で料理人にコツを聞きました。煮込みを上手に使っておりましてな。
イコゴリか。なるほどな。
ラグバカ野郎伝令だ伝令
なんじゃ何があった？
敵に見つかったっす。東の森で戦闘がおっ始まりました。
Nice. So they've sent a battalion to confront them so they can escape in the meantime.
どういうことじゃ？この村に潜んでまだ10日だぞ。なぜバレた？知るかよ。
That is not the point right now, man. All ass, get out of there.
なんということだ。村人たちを皆殺しにしてまで。
That is what it takes. You cannot be consumed by emotions right now. Okay, now is not the time. Go through everything. Once everything's done and dusted, then you can sit down and repent for eternity. Who cares?
ランド兵を蹴散らしたら移動します。
Because right now your life is not the only one on the line.
だから初めからウェールズに引き返せと。
いや、向かうのはダービーっす。
この後に及んでまだ敵地を進むと抜かすか。アシェラと連れてこい。今すぐだ。
If you go back now to Wales, you will leave behind a trail which the English army will follow, and they will discover Wales is harboring you guys, which will make them enemies, which they cannot afford. Imagine imagine England lays siege to Wales, any kingdom of Wales they go to. That kingdom cannot afford to do this. You need to consider all of this. It's a well-written character. Right? When you think of a character, he is ignorant, he is quick to emotion, he is impulsive. But I'm just treating them like real people.
今は前線で指揮を取ってます。話があるならご自分で出向けばいいんじゃないですか。案内しますよ。
たく狩猟が狩猟なら部下も部下だ。口の利き方も知らん。己の月の有無を見定められんで何がノルド戦士か。今日こそ剣にかけて愚かさを思い知らせてやるわい。
Go on, show him.
おいおい、時の声はあっちから聞こえるぞ。
やっと気づいたか。鈍いなあんた。
貴様ら何を。
They're gonna kill him? Intelligence strat.
貴様ら
すまねえな、とんがり頭。アシュラットの命令なんでね。
I would not, I mean, not, I don't know if I would do this if I was in Ashlat's place, but I would at least imprison him because he's become an annoyance. He's a liability at this point. Keeps getting in the way.
やるかい。俺らは構わねえけどよ。どうせ助からねえ。
アシェラとここへ呼び、大事な話がある。
遺言なら俺が聞くぜ。話せよ。
いいから呼べ。王子殿下に関わることだ。直接話す。急げ。伺いましょう。その遺言。
This better be good info. I love how I'm on the evil people side.
人払いしますか。
声が止んだ。戦闘が終わったな。
Let's see, Prince. Have you calculated that egghead will be done?
まったく。スープが冷めてしまったじゃないか。
貴殿には感謝しております。あの腰掛け王子をよくぞ今日まで生かしてくださった。そして貴殿の死がさらなる成長を促すでしょう。
That is true.
今日から私が引き継ぎます。イングランド兵に殺された。
Oh, I remember now. He's going to be the caretaker and groom him into, not like groom him, but like groom him into the king.
貴殿の代わりにね。貴様の神に誓い、不足なくわしの後を引き継ぎ、何があろうと、クヌート殿下をお守りすると。
I mean, he will. The prince is very important for his plan, so.
何があろうとクヌート殿下をお守りし、 戦士ラグナルの意義ある死に報いん。
Mm-hmm.
ご満足かな。口をしやく。貴様などに殿下を託そうとは。急がれた方がいい。血をだいぶ失っておられる。
Mm-hmm. With intense bleeding, you last for like 30 to 60 seconds, maybe a couple of minutes.
ゲインズバラに着く前に心構えをしておき。
Mm-hmm. And why is
ベ
that?
リングの帝臣たちは今時代のデンマーク王の座をめぐって
Mm-hmm.
大きく二派に分かれておる。
Oh, there's the... Yeah.
ヌート殿下は一方の派閥の
Mm-hmm.
旗頭にされておる。もう一方はクヌート様の兄君のハラルド様だ。
Mm-hmm. Power struggle.
両
Classic.
殿下のご意志など関係ない。関心どもの勝手な勢力争いだ。
Mm-hmm.
そして王陛下はデンマーク王国の分裂を恐れたのだろう。
Mm-hmm.
おそらく一つの決断を内心に下された。
Yeah. He's going to sacrifice Canute for the other prince.
天下のうちどちらかを殺そうと。
Mm-hmm.
スベン王が王子を。こたび王陛下が殿下を戦場へ伴ったのは
Mm-hmm.
殿下を戦死させる
So I'm assuming the king personally hired Thorkel to join the other side
ためだ。
to make sure the prince dies.
殺せよ。クヌート殿下の真の敵は
Mm-hmm.
今やお父上のスベン王陛下
Makes sense.
その人なのだ。
Makes complete sense, right? You don't want civil war in your kingdom. You don't want a power struggle to rip your kingdom apart, right? Nothing good comes out of civil war.
亡命しろ。もはやそれしかない。
Or assassinate the other prince.
ゲインズバラでわしの弟は段取りをつけて。
Kind of makes your plans difficult, no, Ashlad?
なんてこって。
Yep.
早めに言ってくれよ。そういうことだよ。
Yeah, and he should have shared that information earlier. That is important information.
最後に一目でいい。一目でかに。お別れや。ダメだ。
Mm-hmm.
殿下。戦が終わったら。
Don't raise flags now.
一緒に鶏料理でもきっと王陛下も喜んでください。
Sad. I understand where he comes from, right? He is loyal to his core to the prince. He loves the prince. He raised the prince. He sees him like his own child. At the same time, that is what blinds him from seeing the reality. Right? The prince needs to be let out of the nest. The prince needs to grow. The prince needs to face reality. And a lot of time falling down is what teaches you a lot of the lessons in life. So yeah, it's complicated. I do feel sad for him. Anyway, that was episode 15. I said 14 in the beginning for some reason. That was episode 15 of Vinland Saga. That was a good episode. A little sadness in the end. But hopefully the prince will grow out of this grief and we'll get to see a good leader. We'll see what Ashlat does now that he has the information in the next episode, which I'll be posting tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. And I go live every single day, so don't forget to check the description for the link. And I'll see you in the next one.